As the 2018 NBA All-Star Game is just right around the corner, we can finally discuss the All-Star Game starters that will be present for both the West and Eastern Conference. Let's focus on the Eastern Conference in this video and tell you 5 of the big headlines that we got from the starters being announced just a week ago. First thing that stood out to me was there's not a lot of conflict with the East starters. The guys that got in as starters for the Eastern Conference, Kyrie, Irving, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid, there's not a lot of conflict. These are pretty much the 5 best guys in the Eastern Conference right now. Joel Embiid has not played every game, but he's clearly the best big man in the Eastern Conference, maybe the NBA. And I don't think there's a lot of conflict with the East starters. I think everybody's overall happy with the East. There's more conflict in the West. Second thing, LeBron in year 15 still leads the NBA in votes. Wow. I mean, what a phenomenal run LeBron has had pretty much from year 2 on. He didn't make the All-Star game his first year in the league, but every year after that, this brother has made his way on the All-Star team and been a starter. And just his longevity and still being the guy that leads votes in this Eastern Conference team is truly remarkable. And this brother has clearly stood the test of time to tell his story. That is a headline. The next headline, even though LeBron led the NBA in votes, it was closer than a lot of us thought. And it wasn't Steph Curry at number 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo was a little more than 100,000 votes away from edging out King James. What does that tell us? Giannis is getting over with fans much more than a lot of us thought, and Giannis actually edged out LeBron with the player voting. That means something. That means guys look at Giannis as a guy who's going to be around for the long haul, and I think that speaks a lot of his game and his character and what fans think of him to finish just 100,000 away from passing one of the most popular men in America in LeBron James. The fourth thing that stood out to me was Kyrie beating John Wall. Listen, I expect Kyrie to beat John Wall, but still, when is John Wall going to take that next step and live up to that potential that we've seen out of the star point guard from Kentucky? He has the game to be the leading vote getter, to be the leading guy in the Eastern Conference. He's just not making any leaps. And a lot of people believe this was the year that the Washington Wizards take that leap, get over that hurdle, compete for that top seed in the Eastern Conference, and another down year for the East. But they have not done that. As a matter of fact, teams like Toronto and Miami have taken the strides that we believe that the Washington Wizards would make. Wall's stats are a couple points down, and he's not averaging 10 assists. He's close to it, but not at 10 a game. And Kyrie Irving has his Boston Celtics in a much better position to win. That's why he gets the edge at number 1 point guard. And my last thing that stands out to me about the Eastern Conference All-Star starter is Joel Embiid not playing back-to-backs. Listen, if you're a player in the Eastern Conference and Joel Embiid is starting over you, you have every right to be upset, especially if you play pretty much 85-90% of the games. Joel Embiid has started in 33 games as I make this video right now. He's unable to play back-to-back still in his 4th year in the league, and it's starting to get ridiculous. How can this guy be an All-Star Game starter, which means he's one of the top 10 representations of the NBA on this night, when he's not even a representation of his Philadelphia 76ers team every night? He's unavailable. I don't know how I can critique Joel Embiid's game when I know he's going out and he's much more fresher than a lot of guys who are playing in back-to-backs, and they're playing a young, fresh Joel Embiid who's playing every other night. I don't think that's fair to these other guys who go out for the fans every night. I don't think this is fair to his teammates, and I don't know if I love Joel Embiid. He has the talent for sure. He's probably one of the best 10 players in the league on talent alone. But I don't know if I feel comfortable voting him in as an All-Star Game starter when I know there are other guys who are giving it out. They're all every night performing for the fans, no matter what injuries they're going through. If they can play, they're playing. And Joel Embiid is simply not doing that when he technically can physically play. Those are my 5 things that stood out about the Eastern Conference All-Star starters. You please leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what's standing out to you about these starters. Are you excited for the game or not? The new format that will be implemented when LeBron James and Steph Curry will be captains. LeBron will have the first pick, and Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving will be on the board. Steph Curry will have the opportunity to counter that pick with whoever's left over, or maybe another guy he'll go after. Very interesting. Tell me if you're into the new format or not, and are you excited about this All-Star game, which has notoriously been uncompetitive for the most of 3.5 quarters. Maybe it changes this year with this new format. Talk to me. Comment box below. All-Star game in 3 weeks. I'm out.